Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Gimme That Take, the fastest growing live golf podcast of 2023. Stick around for more takes like this.
Oh man, I mean, it's a decently long course. The only thing that is kind of interesting to me is that there are only three par fives on the course. So I think that takes away from the advantage that the big hitters have had, on
Absolutely.
some of these American courses for sure. Um, I was looking kind of at like some old scores, which is kind of I don't know how that really will factor into this week, but really interesting that this course has allowed a 59 to be shot twice on it in professional
Really?
events. Congress met this past week, and we're not a political show at all. We're definitely a golf show. But this week, we would be remiss if we didn't have a worldwide audience to let you know that the United States of America has in its possession non-human biologics that were recovered from unidentified flying objects with technology not known to this planet. All words that are in the forever encyclopedia of the great country of the United States.
Okay. So just make this really quick because I obviously followed up on this. So there was a congressman that was in that meeting, and he said himself, no one from the United States federal government active with the United States military confirmed whether or not any of that's true. 3 former members of the U.S. military made claims that this is true. If it is, that means that whatever government agency is actually doing this is like super duper black book, like their funding is hidden in shit like the best financial investigations won't figure this out, so I mean, does it make sense? Yeah, kind of. We've jumped ahead in technology over the last 40 years. Huge jumps in technology. Does it make sense? Yeah. I mean, to quote The Departed, cui bono, who benefits? Rich people. I mean, that's it. The
Always.
rest, that's the reason why I think everybody's like, why isn't everybody freaking about this? Because it all comes down to, do you still have to go to work? Yeah. Do you still have to pay your mortgage? Yep. So it honestly doesn't affect me.
Well, it might affect you because the odds are that right now, one listener or viewer, if you're listening, check us out on YouTube. We've got our YouTube channel going, so this is all broadcast there as well in video format. But if you're on YouTube and you want to listen to us in your car, you can find us on like Spotify, whatever. Anyway,
Apple
free plug for ourselves.
Podcasts,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, everywhere, anywhere you can
iHeartRadio.
find a podcast. Yeah. Um, where was I going with this? Oh, yeah. So it may have something to do with you because the odds are that one of our listeners or viewers is an alien. Like, if, like you say, this, um, the people with the knowledge of this are top secret, way beyond top secret, like only a handful of people know about this, let's say, something like that. Something really small that they control every bit of information that comes out about it. Um, they're not, if I were to tell the United States of America that we had aliens on this planet or biological beings from another planet on our planet, I'd first start out with 3, 4, 5 crazy ex-intelligence officers who leaked some information about non-human biologics and technology from another planet first, and let everyone kind of feel that out, see what the reaction is like, and then slowly start to paint the picture that these non-human biologics are in fact all been amongst us this entire time. We just haven't noticed. Probably the safest way.
So
to
what you're
introduce-
saying is that we are currently in the movie Men in Black. We just don't know it yet.
I mean, I'm hoping that's the case. This is the point of this whole thing. Like, I want to be here when the aliens or whatever are unveiled. The what is, from another planet, this crazy technology, like, sign me up. I'm there. I need to be here. I don't want to be dead when this happens. I don't want to miss it. You know what I'm saying?
To be fair,
FOMO.
you could be dead shortly after.
I mean, well, then you get to the next point. Like, they're probably going to enslave us, right? If they haven't already. Like, we don't really even realize that we're enslaved currently, but they're probably going to enslave us. And some of us will get ill, and they'll need us to continue to do their work. So they'll need medical personnel who are familiar with the human body, like myself. I'm safe.
So
I'm good.
there's so much to unpack here. In this scenario that about enslavement, you might be right. You might be right, because if they are non-human biologics, non-humanoid, or even like close to us, they probably don't think like us. Because if you look at the humanity's track record of enslavement, they do not give a shit about keeping the slaves healthy, because slaves just have a tendency to make more slaves, unfortunately. So
Right.
they are replaceable, but hey, it's there's so much to say here. I mean, we could spend a whole episode talking about this.
I really want to. I really do want to.
I mean, let's circle it back to what we talk about. All right, so let's say, yeah, all right. So there is alien technology out there. When are we going to start being able to use these alien metals and stuff like that for making clubs and golf balls and stuff like that?
Can agree with
Where's
you more.
that? Where's that?
Yeah, where is
Although, you know what? If you were to really think about it, if we've been breaking down and reverse engineering alien technology for so long, I would almost guarantee one of those things is carbon fiber. So we can thank aliens for having the shafts that we do for clubs and stuff. So thanks, ET.
I thought you were going to say we can thank the aliens for the Honda Civic craze of the early 2000s with the carbon fiber. I thought that's where you were going to go. Also,
trying to bring it back to golf.
To golf, yeah. And we have golf this week. We've got Liv Golf this weekend at Greenbrier in West Virginia, and I kind of wish that we could have gone to that event, because Zach Brown's going to be there, and Liv puts on a show.
We went and saw Zach Brown together.
I remember. I mean, I don't remember, but I do. Actually,
naturally,
I do remember. What's the statute you think of limitations on, admitting to stealing something?
5 years. So it's definitely beyond that.
Yeah. Anyway,
besides, what you stole was petty larceny to be honest. So it doesn't really matter. It's a misdemeanor.
Yeah. Anyway, but we're not going to be at Greenbrier, but we are going to. It's official. We are going to be at Liv Bedminster in New Jersey 1 week from Friday. 1 week from Saturday. I guess we'll be there on Saturday. I'll be there on Friday. And hopefully we have some good news about being able to get into contact with players. If not, we'll still, like I said, we'll still be there. But we're hoping, got our fingers crossed. It'd be really cool to get some press passes. So any of the you Live bots out there are skimming through whatever we're saying, don't skim past this part. We want to be on the course. That'd be freaking awesome. So we have Greenbrier. The boys are back from Europe, the quick swing, where we didn't perform as well at the Open as we wanted, but you can't obviously you can't perform at every single major as well as you performed at the majors that had, the first ones. Those are the more important ones anyway. But anyway, forget that. We got Greenbrier coming up, and we got to make a pick this week. And if you haven't been following the show, then you might not know about our contest, which is past the halfway point and headed down the stretch run now, where every pick and every shot is going to really, truly matter in this contest. Jerome, myself, and Mac, who's not on our show tonight, another punishment headed his way. We should be penalizing him strokes. That would be much more fun. And would help us out. In this contest, it's a one and done type of thing where you can pick a live golfer at the event. You'll get their score against par, and you cannot use that golfer again at any point throughout the season. Currently, our standings are, Jerome.
So Aaron and I are both tied at 47 under
for second and third.
For second and third, yes. And Jay is at a comfortable 65 strokes under.
Wow, we gotta chase 18 shots, huh?
Yeah, that's tough.
It's gonna be tough. He has really run through the elite live players already, so his picks are going to be a little more difficult than ours. We're going to have a few more guys who have been playing at the top of their game this season to choose from here down the stretch. So anyway, what's on the line? First place will get a round of golf, paid for 18 holes, paid for by the second and third place finishers. Anywhere they'd like on the planet or off the planet, if they find an alien who would like to take them to another planet to play. It'd be thick aliens who are listening. I would love to go play on your home planet. I don't even know, whatever. That's first place. Second place, you get nothing, except for the satisfaction of knowing you don't have to wear a skirt and you don't have to play from the red tees on camera. And you better shoot a really good score if you're wearing a skirt and shoot from the reds, or you never hear the end of this. And it's looking like it's going to be one of us, unfortunately. So hopefully we can make some decent
the game's not over yet.
God, that'd be amazing. What a comeback it would be for the two of us. Only fitting that the no-show ends up, costing Jay. That'd be awesome. So anyway, real quick, super quick look ahead at Greenbrier, because we are going to make quick picks. Just a couple storylines. The two players who probably are on everyone's list here, or maybe three players, are former winners. There's three of them in the field, former winners at this course, and that's Danny Lee, Kevin Na, and Jocko Neiman. And so those guys will probably be some of the more popular choices this week because they've had success on the Old White course here in Greenbrier. Also, Range Goats captain Bubba Watson used to actually live on the Greenbrier, so he was 100% the unofficial ambassador this week for sure. Really cool story if you ever get a chance to read up on Bubba and the Greenbrier. This area got devastated by floods in 2016, and Bubba, the good humanitarian that he is, helped the area and the resort kind of recover. And so lots of experience on this course this week. 27 of the golfers have played here. So Bubba obviously played here. You can add Phil to the name list of people who played here. Dustin Johnson has played here. And so I think it's wide open this week. I really do. Obviously we're going to see a lot of
potential,
similar names. Yeah, there's a lot that could go right and a lot that could go wrong for sure on this course. I think scoring will be, I haven't looked at the weather, but I don't think the weather's supposed to be bad. It's probably going to be hot. I imagine it's going to be hot. It's supposed to be hot here this weekend, so I imagine it's going to be hot. I don't. That's that really shouldn't. The temperature shouldn't play much of a factor. These guys are all in peak physical condition. You look at Phil Mickelson. I mean, the guy's like a freaking Greek god right now. Looks so good. I love you, Phil. But anyway, is there like a guy or a type of player that you are looking at this week? I know we both have a chance to pick first, but it doesn't really matter. I'll kind of let you.
I was really thinking about putting my eggs into a basket of one of the previous winners.
Mm-hmm.
But I am kind of worried, like, is that too easy? Like, am I selling myself short and not playing the hot hand of, picking one of the guys that's doing really well right now? Because if you look at the standings right now and who's made these, a lot of top 10 finishes, there's not a lot of, Neiman's not even close. He's 24th right now. He hasn't finished higher than 9th this season. Kevin Na hasn't finished higher than 8th, although albeit twice he's finished 8th. That's
Danny Lee had that win. Danny Lee had a win earlier this year, so that was
nice. Yes.
nice.
So Danny Lee is so interesting. He has here's his list of finishes: 34th, 1st, 35th, 25th, 24th, 39th, 35th, 32nd, 32nd.
Yeah.
I mean, a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while, right? I mean, I guess this man found his nut, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'm good for the rest of the season." I mean, that's really
$4 million. $4 million.
Right. But it's still, I mean, that's what's really holding him up in the top in 22nd place right now is that first place finish. Otherwise, he'd be down towards the bottom. So, it's kind of what are your thoughts on it?
Oh man, I mean, it's a decently long course. The only thing that is kind of interesting to me is that there are only 3 par 5s on the course. So I think that takes away from the advantage that the big hitters have had, on some of these American courses for sure. I was looking kind of at like some old scores, which is kind of, I don't know how that really will factor into this week, but really interesting that this course has allowed a 59 to be shot twice on it in professional events. And so, they're not like big time names, but 2 professionals shot 59 on this course. And so it's like, okay, you're gonna have to go low this week. There is, let's see, they got I think there is the 10th. I think it's the 10th. Yeah. The 10th hole is like about 3. See, like the course plays weird because I say in one side of my mouth, like there's only 3 par 5s, so that's one less hole to take advantage of. But the 10th hole is basically drivable. I mean, it could play anywhere from like 309 to like 350. And that just kind of puts it into their, the long hitters for sure are definitely in that range to be able to go at it. And we kind of see this one of these holes pretty much every week on the Live Tour. But then they also have like, I think it was 16. Let me make sure. 16. Yeah, 16. There's 2 setups that they may play this week: a 507-yard par 4, or move it up to 418 yards, like a regular par 4. So. Yeah. Like if they do decide to stretch the course out past the 7,200 yards, then that's guys like DJ and Bryson. It's kind of like that group of guys who are going to bomb it out there, and if their putter gets hot, that they're going to run away with not run away with the tournament, but just be so drastically far under par that they're going to be shooting 63, 64, 63. And I need to be under par. I don't care what place they come in. I need to get shots under par to kind of separate myself from you, obviously, and to get closer to Jay. So it's a little bit of, it's a little toss up of, do I want to play the short hitter who can make a bunch of putts and might shoot at 59 because they putt crazy, like Louis who stays in, or somebody like that, who's a well-known, get hot putter type of guy, and all of a sudden he's 12 under after 15 holes, and you're like, holy crap, what the hell's going on here? I'm not sure. That's why I'm gonna defer to you. I'm gonna let you pick. I'm gonna play off your pick here.
Something that's also kind of like, you brought up the 3 par 3s, par 5s. There's only 4 par 3s, so that means there's 11 par 4s on this course.
Right. There's one extra par 4.
Right. And it's just I find it really interesting that with so little par 3s, it allows, because I mean, let's be honest, that's normally what's the holds up a lot of guys with bogeys is par 3s,
Right.
especially ones that are obviously kind of longer or have a lot of hazards nearby. So kind of supports your whole thing about how professional players can shoot so low because there's so many par 4s to kind of pad that.
Yeah, for sure. So where are you going here? You are.
Yeah, I know. I was belaboring the point.
I know. You're stalling. You're dragging your feet. It's not easy now. Like we're in a spot now where we put ourselves behind the 8 ball. We really got to make good picks. We can't be picking guys like
a name I saw a lot being mentioned. A name I saw being mentioned a lot is Dustin Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just checking a second time to make sure because I was looking at it. All right, I'm gonna pick DJ.
Yeah,
for the winning Greenbrier.
I mean, I can't hate you for that. He's played so well.
And here's the way. I mean, here's really why I break down. I see his name a lot being mentioned on possibly doing well on this course, and then looking at his last 4 performances, he finished first, then he slipped back to 27th, then he finished 9th and 5th. I think he's going to be riding the high of doing well the last 2 tournaments. He's back on American soil, so I'm gonna have him taking another win. Right now, he's currently ranked 5th in the standing, so he's going to try. With only 5 more, he's going to need to throw it in high gear if he wants to jump up more. And obviously, being on the top team means he wants to try and just shoot as low as possible to pad those numbers and stay in first. So that's
your best. Yeah, that's your best argument. Your best argument is you got to pick players on good teams that have team impact too, because even if they're out of it, or like let's say they're playing round 3 and they haven't qualified the first 2 rounds, or they've just barely qualified the first 2 rounds, those guys are trying to shoot low so they can help out their team, especially on the good teams, the range goats, the 4 aces, Torquay, those golfers there, those guys are playing for every single week for the team win every single week, and all 4 of their players are playing for the team win every week. And so that's what
had me kind of like, oh man, Bubba Watson, like, oh, what a great storyline and everything like that. And then I look at him, it's like, dog is at 36th. He has not played well this year, unfortunately.
He's not having good. He missed all of last year. So he's got to get back into the game. Obviously.
And he's got a good team, and obviously with Gooch on his team, Harold Varner's mentioned a lot about doing well on this course. I think the range goats will do well, but I just it's too much to hope for. If I'm wrong and Bubba Watson, shoots 20 under for the week and takes it by a long shot, I'll feel like an asshole, but it's just the numbers aren't there.
I agree. I mean, it's a great story and all that, and they'll definitely play up to that this weekend and throughout the week. But I can't take Bubba either, though. We'll be rooting for him for sure, no doubt. We love Bubba. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with kind of a little bit of a mix of everything. I want a guy who hits it long. I want a guy who's not afraid to go low. I want a guy whose team has played pretty well this season, but not quite up at the top every single week. He's coming off a bad performance at the Open, but was playing so well, probably one of the hottest golfers on the planet right before that. And that's Bryson DeChambeau. These drivable holes play into his game. A long par 4 that's 500 yards plays into his game. The idea that the course can be had like a 59. We saw him go out there and drop, what did he drop? 62 or whatever it was. Just like a month ago, where he was in contention after after his huge round on Saturday. I think he shot 62 on a Saturday like a couple weeks ago. Bryson's the type of guy who can get really low if things work out for him. So I don't know if he's ever played the course before, but I'm not worried about if he's played the course before. I think the course can be had, and I think he's the type of guy who can get really, really, really low, like a win low, like 18 under or something like that. That'd be awesome.
I like the pick.
Oh, I
Obviously.
know. I'm nervous. I'm nervous because I mean, it wasn't that many months ago where we were like, "What the hell, Bryson? What the hell, Brooks? Like you guys got to step it up. This is you're the guys who we want to root for and we want to follow all season." And they have, they really have. They put on a show for Liv fans and for us. We talk about those two guys every single week. And so, why not Bryson? Why not this week? We said he's going to win one eventually. Why not win this? That's where I'm at.
Still got to find out what Jay's pick is.
We do. Yeah, we find out what Jay's pick is, and we'll get it out there. Check us out on Instagram. We're also there. We do send out a couple tweets every once in a while, but mostly Instagram. Put a couple graphics up of here and there, trying to grow our following a little bit there too.
Are you using X at all?
X, yeah. We're not going into the Twitter debate here. Brutal. Just when you we're not old, but stop changing the apps on us. Just leave them alone.
I think
these are the ones we grew up with.
I think he's just kind of lashing out because everybody's finding out aliens are real, and people are going to start asking him about his actual heritage and parentage, and find out.
No one would be surprised. Nobody would be surprised if he was the first one to come out and say, "I'm an alien." Nobody.
Yeah,
that's the easiest reveal of an alien of all time. Is Elon, because he's not human in any way.
Him and Michael Jackson.
Well, rest on Tupac's island. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
wherever Michael was. Don't play with propofol, kids. Yeah. I played golf this week. Where did I play? We just played Berkeley Country Club in Moncks Corner, South Carolina. This course
is that near you, or
it's a little bit of a hike. I mean, from my house, probably 50 minutes. There's a little bit of ways up there, but a couple of guys, we try to rotate we kind of live in, about 25 minutes away from each other. So we don't want to, we play near this person, play near this person, play near this person. We rotate kind of the courses like that. Unbelievable course. I mean, just for the middle of nowhere and it was empty. I mean, we were one of maybe 7 groups on the course.
Really? Wow.
And the conditions were absolutely perfect. The greens, I have to look it up, but whatever type of green, grass that they use on their greens is the best grass for my putter. I saw, my eyes, whatever it is. I just read everything. I felt like every single putt I was going to make. I just felt that way. I shot 43, 42 or 42, 43. 1, 9 and the other 9. But it easily could have been 35, 35. I was leaving putts hanging on the lip all day long. Right there, just running them just a little bit by the edge. It just felt like everything was going right. It was going right towards the hole. So that was an awesome feeling. And the course was in great shape. So shout out to you guys at Berkeley Country Club. Definitely be back. Good time. Did you play?
Very cool. I did. The friend of the podcast, Kieran Stack, had his bachelor party in Saratoga. Right. So we went out on Friday and played at
Who's the lucky man?
Yeah. Pioneer Hills Golf Course in Ballston Spa, New York. Had a lot of fun.
Ballston Spa.
Shot a 93.
Had a girl?
And I know, right? And we played. I had the idea of doing the John Daly Invitational rules. So for every beer you drank, you could take a stroke off. So okay. I actually finished at 86 after.
That's pretty awesome.
And my sole goal was to beat Kieran, and he shot a 99, and then he drank 8 beers, so he finished at 91. So
okay, so you won.
Yeah, It was a good time. It was a good time.
What was going well? What was going poorly?
Driver was doing really well. My irons were doing really well. My chipping left a lot to be desired, but I broke out the Texas wedge and just used my putter to get on, and I was doing better. I was doing better with that in a lot of situations. So I was very happy with that. My putting was doing really well. So yeah, still having issues with my wedges.
Yeah, no, I think you're going to do it. I think, and you didn't listen to me last time, so I'm going to keep saying this every single week. Instead of leaving yourself a 40-yard chip when you're in the trees off the tee, hit it out to 100 or hit it out to 110 and give yourself a full swing. Because then you won't have to hit that 25-yard shot. Even though you feel like you can advance the ball much further, it's not going to be, if you can't get it there because you got a tree, you got to play it off to the left, whatever you got to do. You know what I mean? Like you're. Unless you feel like I've been aiming for bunkers because I feel comfortable hitting in the bunker. So if I don't have a shot at the green, if I got a shot at any bunker, back left, front right, wherever, I want to hit in the bunker because I just feel like I can get up and down in one swing from the bunker. Where I wouldn't feel that way trying to hit back over a bunker or back into like short side of the green or something like that. So if I am ever going to give you one tip, it's get yourself into a full swing whenever you can. That's the only tip I have.
Absolutely.
I'll share that with you.
What's something really interesting though? The course didn't have any bunkers.
Oh shit!
None. I mean, there was a lot of, berms that were built up with like grass on them and stuff like that, but there were no sand bunkers on the course at all. And I was interesting. I was on like 16 or 17 when one of the guys I was golfing with was like, "Hey man, did you notice there are no bunkers on this course like at all? There were plenty of like water hazards and just the way the fairways were kind of slim and they bottlenecked at a lot of points. But no bunkers. Interesting.
And one less thing to take care of, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, people made it to the end of our show
again, and we appreciate the fuck out of you for that. Thank you.
Wait, before we say this, before we tell you what to do, next week we will be at Bedminster, so we're hoping to have, I don't know what we're gonna do. Just, this is so important. Hit that bell, whatever you do, because if we decide that we're gonna quick go live from behind the 18th green, as blah 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 is about to win this tournament, you want to be the one who sees that we're going live. So make sure you hit the bell. Jerome will tell you what to do.
Yes. So if you're following us on YouTube, hit subscribe, hit the bell in the corner so that you get notifications when we're posting. You can do the same thing on Instagram and Twitter and everything like that. You can follow us and get notifications when we're posting so that you're up to date on what's going on. I know that we will be posting all kinds of stuff when we're at Bedminster, when we're, in it and, giving you all the information live, our takes on what's going on. I mean, so excited.
Can't wait. Cannot freaking wait. Cannot wait. So, all right. I mean, hopefully Jay picks some dud like Laurie Cantor, and that would be so amazing, wouldn't it? God, give him like a +3, weekend.
I hope he picks like Kevin Na again, and he finishes like 38th.
We do like Kevin Na. Kevin Na's nice.
I just
we hate Laurie Cantor. I mean, I hate Laurie Cantor.
I don't know why you picked him.
And fuck the 4 aces too. Fuck that. All right, let's get the fuck out of here.